We're here in beautiful Surrey, England, and we're here for the next month enjoying life in the English countryside. To get here from Canada, we flew on our usual airline, Westjet, but this time we upgraded from our usual economy to sweet premium. So in this video, we're gonna talk about whether or not upgrading is actually worth it.
By the way, we're Michael and Lindsay, and if you're curious about living the part-time nomad lifestyle like we are, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Okay, so before we dive into whether upgrading to premium is worth it, let's talk about a few things we loved about Westjet Premium.
Starting with priority boarding. Now, to be honest, we weren't even gonna include this one because it's never been a really big deal for us to be boarding the airplane first. We tend to just relax and wait until it's time. We're all going to the same place. We're all gonna get there. It's no big deal. However, when we got on the plane first, it was fantastic. We got to stow away our carry-on easily and sit down, relax, no jostling.
And also you get to get off the plane first, so that's a total bonus because it gives you just a little bit of extra time to get to your connection or to get to line up for passport control, so you really can't beat that. Another thing we loved about Premium is having 2 seats together and only 2 seats together. So when you're traveling as a couple or traveling with a friend or a family member, sometimes you want to sit together, but you don't necessarily want to have to share a row with a third person. So normally we sit across the aisle from one another. This way we could just be beside each other and we had a ton of space.
Yeah.
We had more leg room, more arm room. The seats are slightly bigger. It's just generally more spacious and more comfortable, and it was mint.
We also love the personalized service that Premium gives. So you get a lot more care and attention paid to you, which is really nice. I mean, normally we don't get that, and that was a very special treat.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, the cabin is smaller, so the flight attendant that's up there only has a few people to look after, which is pretty great. And the food and beverages that we got to have were awesome. I was found myself overjoyed by the menu experience.
That's true, she
was.
was.
Which is kind of nerdy, but I loved it.
Yeah.
What can I say? In addition to the awesome food and beverages, there's also a few other little perks, like a bottle of water when you arrive, a nice plush cushy blanket if you're going overseas.
Which was a lifesaver for me trying to sleep. Yeah.
Totally, and it was so soft and comfortable. It's better than any blanket that we've had before on a plane and bigger. You also get a pillow and you get an amenity kit if you're going overseas overnight as well.
And let's not forget, there's also a bathroom close by, which is really nice. And there's only a few people in the front who are using it, so you get access to it pretty easily. That's kind of a nice bonus on a long flight. Okay, so now we're gonna talk a little bit about the positive outcomes of having these perks of Premium. And one of the biggest ones is you don't feel as tired when you arrive. So when you're going overseas from Canada, jet lag can hit you pretty hard, but we found when we arrived, we felt pretty great.
Yeah.
Definitely more refreshed than we normally do. That is a huge thing.
And even if you didn't sleep, which I didn't because I just struggled to fall asleep on planes, I still felt really well rested and comfortable. I wasn't as didn't have as many cricks and pains and aches.
Yes.
So it was awesome. We really enjoyed it. And so another positive outcome, in addition to feeling good when you arrive, is that the time actually goes by quicker, or at least it seems to pass far more quickly.
It's true.
It's an easier flight. It's a more enjoyable flight. And honestly, by the time we arrived, we were just couldn't believe that the flight was already over, which never happens to me. I'm always when will this flight end? And I don't remember thinking that once on either of our flights to get over here. So now the big question, is it worth it? We absolutely loved our Premium experience. So for us, the answer is yes, but with a big caveat, and that is that it depends on the price.
So for example, for our flight home right now, our usual fare of Econo Flex is about $800. Premium, on the other hand, is $2,000 Canadian. So that's about 2.5 times more than we would pay for Econo Flex, which is a lot.
And if you go to Premium Flex, it's $4,000.
$4,000.
And that is a wild amount to pay.
So we don't think the benefits of Premium are worth that kind of a price increase. For us, we'd spend about 25 to 50% more to get Premium benefits. Beyond that, we're pretty happy with just our usual EconoFlex.
So our recommendation is to look for an upgrade closer to the departure date, which is what we're gonna do, either by bidding online or checking at the gate or when you check in. It's not always possible.
No.
But sometimes you can do it for a discounted price, and it's a great way to get those yummy seats.